Earlier this year, Taylor Guitars unveiled a new guitar, really a new series, a new body shape, a whole new design language in the Gold Label series. Today, we finally have the opportunity to compare the 814E guitars in the two versions that they come in, the Honduran Rosewood version and the Koa version, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you are new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, comment, share them with your friends like Pokemon cards. If you want to support the channel, you can visit our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts at. So today we get the opportunity to finally compare these guitars. These have been really a runaway success. We have sold a lot of them, and up to this point, really haven't had a chance to have both guitars in the store at the same time in order to do a comparison. So it's a runaway hit. I think the changes have appealed to a lot of people, hopefully both those in the Taylor camp and those outside of the Taylor camp, because the Gold Label series are different guitars. They are new guitars with an old soul. There's a design language going on with the change of the headstock, the logo, just the entire aesthetic look of the guitar, to the bracing that's going on inside. Now, if you've missed the previous videos that we've done on this, here's what's going on. This is an 814E Super Auditorium. Honestly, I wish they'd named it something other than an 814E. Most people just call it a Gold Label. It is its own unique thing. It's not the same as a normal auditorium size guitar. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more pregnant in the lower bout, a little bit deeper, just all of the dimensions have been adjusted. And what's really interesting is what's going on under the hood. This has what they are dubbing V-class fan bracing. And so it is a V-class kind of down to the bridge, giving you that inline linear support that the normal V-class provides. But then below the bridge, it's following a classic fan brace style, which is very, very interesting. And the way that Andy Powers has designed this and shaped the bracing and voiced the guitar, it's really got a big voice with a thicker kind of mid-range, thicker note-to-note aspect to it instead of the typical articulation and separation that you hear from Taylor. It's a different voice. It really is a different voice from what you would typically expect to hear from a Taylor guitar. And I think a lot of the softening from the aesthetic choices, the pick guard is kind of a softened version of the Taylor pick guard. The bridge is a softened wing bridge and so forth. Really speaks to what's happening tonally with that leading edge of the note kind of softening. Now, right now, there's 4 models. Technically, there's 2 with finish options. You can get the Torrefied Spruce and Honduran Rosewood version in either natural or with a burst top, or you can get a Torrefied Spruce and Hawaiian Koa version, also again in natural or with a burst top. The rest of the features are the same. They are acoustic electric guitars. They feature LR Baggs Element VTC pickups in them, which is also a departure away from the typical Taylor ES system that comes in most of their acoustic electric guitars. And, difference in headstock, like we talked about, different in logo, different case, which is really cool, kind of a light cocoa color with a different interior. But what we have today is to hear sonically the difference between these two guitars. So this one is a beautiful Honduran Rosewood one, and I sigh because as soon as I turn around, some of you are going, okay, I want that guitar, and I'm going to call Alamo Music and buy it if it's still available. It is serial number 1203285-014, and I sigh because I really want to take this home. I have bonded with this guitar in the course of making this video. I brought it up to Cooper, and he goes, is it the one with the sapwood on the back? I said, yeah. He goes, yeah, that's an amazing guitar. This is phenomenal. I really... someone's going to get a really, really nice guitar. So at some point, maybe I'll have the opportunity to add one of these to my collection. I do really like it a lot. The other one is this beautiful Koa. Now, the Koa guitars have a very distinct sound to them relative and compared to Honduran Rosewood, and that shouldn't be a surprise. Koa is a lot like mahogany, but with a bit more on the low end and overtones to it that mahogany doesn't have. There's also a little bit more brightness, but you can expect more of a nice, chunky mid-range with a Koa-backed guitar. Rosewood, on the other hand, is known for its deep bass, its soaring treble, its scooped mid-range, and all of the overtones that you could want, and this guitar does not disappoint in that. Being that it's Honduran Rosewood, it really has kind of a glassy bell-like chime on the high end. They're both set up impeccably well. They both sound phenomenal. And what it really comes down to is what your ear prefers. So I played roughly the same thing on both guitars, both with a pick and fingerstyle, so that you could hear the dynamics that these two guitars offer. Check it out. Okay, so there you have it. Go ahead and type in your answer below in the comments. Let us know which of these two guitars you would select to be yours. If you really dig this 4-piece back with that wide flame down at the bottom, which is a really cool look, I'll tell you this one is 12030666078. Now, the nice thing is that these guitars are finally in stock. I'm able to do this comparison for you today, and we actually have a few available. So they might already be sold by the time you see this video, but if not, you know, the way that we work is we are a small mom and pop shop. We are family owned, and we don't have the resources of some of the big guys. So we try our very best to take wonderful, beautiful photos and list those on our website. But if you want to compare the wood grain of what we have in stock, you can reach out to us on our website. There's a little chat bubble. You just click on Cooper's head, and you can message us. You can say, hey, Chris, Cooper, or anybody who's out there listening, can you send me the photos of what you have in stock and compare? We also will regularly play guitars for you and give you our feedback, because every guitar is a little bit different. You know, we live in a day and age where more and more people are buying stuff online, and acoustic guitars in particular are made of wood that still kind of wants to be a tree. There's nuances and differences between them, even if it's from the same manufacturer, with the same bracing in the same model with the same wood. It's going to be a little different from one to one. So we are happy when we can to, you know, do those things and make comparisons for you. But I'd love to hear what y'all thought about these two. I really liked both of them, to be honest with you, but I am absolutely smitten with this guitar. One of the things that I've shared on this channel before is sometimes, for me at least, you sit down with a guitar and you start to play stuff maybe that is initially familiar, and then you start to play stuff that's new. And it's almost like the guitar pulls it out of you, like there's songs in it. And today, when I sat down with this guitar, that's kind of what happened. I started playing something I had played for Easter Sunday, and then ended up kind of playing some different stuff. It was wonderful to navigate the fretboard on and just listen to the resonance that this guitar offered. And when that happens for me, it's a real delight and makes me really want to, you know, take that guitar home and make it, you know, one of my permanent guitars in the collection. Now, I know from hearing from a lot of y'all that increasingly that's not an option. There are fewer and fewer music stores around this great land of ours for you to go and try out. And even the ones that are there often don't have a lot of these guitars in stock. So we make these videos to try and communicate to you the differences that we feel and hear. Hopefully you can hear them through the magic that is YouTube to make your own assessment and get an idea of what you like. But for the gap that is inevitably going to exist with technology trying to communicate the best it can, we are here to make up the difference and hopefully help you find a great guitar to call your own. So if you're interested in either of these guitars, anything else from Taylor or one of the other wonderful companies that we work with, make sure that you head over to our website, which is alamomusic.com. Now, if you choose to purchase online, take advantage of financing or anything like that, and after the fact you want to, you know, take a look at what we have, again, that's something we can try to accommodate, assuming that we have more than one in stock at a particular time. With some of these guitars like these, you never know. They can sell out very, very quickly and take a while to come in sometimes. So I'm glad we had these and we were able to do this comparison video for your benefit. Let us know in the comments below which one you would take home. If you already have one, how much you are enjoying your gold label and what you'd like to see from Taylor in this series that they are doing. Now, if you are new to our channel and you like guitars and this stuff, let me ask you to please do us a favor, because it helps us to produce these videos for you, to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you know when we do a new video. Make sure to share it with other guitar-minded friends of yours on the internet or however it may be, and comment and let us know what you think. We try to read all of the comments. It really encourages us. Until next time, keep playing.